Guys, I had this thing click for me like a totally new way. So much so, like it's so mind-blowing to me, even though it's so simple. I feel dumb for not clicking before. For the amount of work I've done, it's kind of dumb. But anyways, compassion and forgiveness for myself. Okay? I'm sharing it with you. So that lets me off the hook. My karmic hook is clear. I'm not an idiot because I'm sharing it with you now, which allows me to lock it in. So here we go. Game changer, okay? A key. Something I want to gift you that I'm just gifting myself, and it feels really, really good, even though I'm sitting in shit, okay? Well, that's being dramatic. But dramatic is my middle name, which is why this was probably so hard for me to get. Okay, I get it. Okay, here it is. Sorry. Let me get on with the point. The point is victim energy, victimhood, being the victim, being the person who's like, why the frick is this happening to me again? This effing sucks so bad. I hate this about my life. I hate that about my life. Maybe you say things like I would say, if I could just be skinny, if I could just have more money, if I could just have a better job, if my friends just liked me the way I want them to, if I could just find the partner that will love me the way I want. I had all of these things, okay? Criteria for being happy. And when those things weren't met, which was constantly, I thought it meant something about me. It meant something about how I was cursed. I mean, I lived for at least 30 years saying I was cursed. Annoying. Anyways, in that time, so I was just in love, basically. I was married to victim energy, okay? That caused me to complain. I was disappointed. Disappointment could have been my middle name because I was disappointed all the time about all the shit I didn't have. Anyway, hopefully that was enough for you to pick up if this is for you or not. Because if you say any of those things, like if I could just, I'd be happy. If I could just, fill in the blank, blah, 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 things would be fine and I'd be fine and I'd be okay. And if you hate on yourself a lot, then you're probably stuck in victim. And this is for you. Here it is, the key, the game changer of all game changers, which landed for me in a whole new way. And if this is for you, it's going to land for you, even if you've been hearing this for years, because I'm an energy healer. I'm a life coach. I've been at this shit for almost 10 years, helping people, working on myself, healing my inner demons. But you know what I couldn't shake? The victim. Every time I turned a corner, I would have all kinds of good things happen, okay? I learned how to manifest. I was having good things happen, but not quite enough. Not quite enough to not be annoyed and feel like a victim. Anyway, here it is. What has changed it all? And like I said, I've probably heard this before, but it just landed from my guides in a way inside me yesterday while I was playing Mario Kart of all things. And I've been working up to it for a bit, kind of juggling this idea and trying to figure it out why I keep going back to victim, even though I know it's not serving me and what is really going on. And I was approaching it from this new way. Like in the last 6 months, I've learned how to really love myself and do all these things, which caused my life to blow up. But then it's coming back into alignment better than I ever could imagine. But I'm still sitting in some shit. Okay. I don't have enough certain things. Which I'm not going to claim here because that's over. Because you know what? Here's the secret. Sorry, it's taken me 3 minutes to get to it, but here we are, 333, as I'm saying that. If everything I want, if the universe is always gifting me, I'm always manifesting, right? And so are you. And if the universe is always giving us the best path, the very best, everything we desire is coming to us because we are a magnet, okay? That's just the law of attraction. But what wasn't working for me was what was showing up was kind of pissing me off. Not quite enough money, not quite enough clients, not quite enough fun adventures, not quite enough the place I wanted to live. Like nothing was coming in exactly. But what if what's coming in is how I get there? What if what's coming in is how I get there? So I say, I want more money. And the universe goes, okay, no problem. And it tells me to lean into my business, right? I follow my intuition and it says, do this, post this, say this, talk to these people, reach out here, put this together. And so I start doing those things. And I do those things, 444. And I do those things and I go, okay, give it to me. But it's not giving it to me yet. So I immediately go, what the F, universe? I did what you said. Where's my reward? And the universe gifted me cold dipping. Okay, that's where I go in the ocean when it's really cold and the air is cold. Almost polar dipping, although I don't have ice here to cut. I don't have to cut a chunk in the ice. So I'm not as brave as those people. But for me, we're talking 2 degree to 5 degree water. It's chilly. And I've always been afraid of the cold, okay? But I got the inclination to do it. I finally JFDI'd and did it. And now I know what's on the other side of that discomfort of cold dipping. And the universe is like, dude, you said you want to feel mentally and physically the best you ever have in your life. And you were given from the universe the idea to follow through on the cold dipping. You see what I'm saying? Like, I thought originally to feel the best I ever had to in my life, I needed to do a certain therapy someone told me about, or this idea or that idea. And so I thought wellness was going to show up in a certain way. Anyway, the point isn't even the cold dipping. The point is, because it doesn't really matter what the activity, what the outside stuff is. The point is, you sit in the discomfort, and on the other side is a reward. So when I sit in the discomfort of the polar plunge, on the other side, I feel like a badass human who can conquer things. And then I go for things, and I'm more confident, and I'm doing more things, which allows the universe to bring me more things, which allows me to get the actual end desires. I've asked for some pretty big things. So the universe is like, yo, we're bringing it. But the discomfort you're sitting in is necessary in order for us to bring it. You just thought your gifts from the universe were going to be wrapped in this beautiful paper. And instead, they're wrapped in lessons and challenges and facing discomfort. And every time I've run away. Every time I've gotten complacent in the shit. Every time I've complained the whole way through. Every time I have looked for the evidence along the way about how I'm getting shat on instead of receiving my gifts from the universe. Instead of seeing that those things that were happening, the getting shat on, was actually the gift wrap that my dreams are coming in. And I think as I get better at facing that, this is what's the biggest mind F of all. As I get better at facing that, the gift wrap's going to get prettier. But you don't get to know that until you face it. Isn't that wild? And this may not be for everyone. I think some people incarnate and they're like badass magnets for the good without the bad, perhaps, right? That emesis. And that might not be you. Maybe you're programmed for a little bit of shit paper before the present is opened as well. I don't know. And maybe as we dive into this, we'll reprogram that shaz, just like we do the limiting beliefs in our subconscious, and we'll start to have prettier paper that our gifts are coming in. Maybe the paper is colored by our perception. Right? I don't know. It could all be effed, and this could just be a bunch of BS. But I tell you, when I tap into my channel and I get these keys and codes that are like the majorest ahas that make me feel good. Because, okay, here's the part about Mario Kart, and then I'm going to wrap this up. So if you're still with me, I'm playing Mario Kart yesterday, and my girlfriend and I have been doing this thing where we let the universe decide which player, which car, which tracks we're going to run. And then we did where we'll let the universe pick the player in the car, and then we're going to use our intuition to choose the track. So it's like the universe showing us, and then it's testing our intuition. Anyway, it was my girlfriend's turn. And so first I let the universe choose my car, my player, and the character. And I didn't like what they gave me. Okay? I didn't like what they gave me. I hated that fucking car. I'm like, how am I ever going to control this thing? I'm going to slide all over the place. But whatever. Then my girl chooses the track, and it's like my least favorite track. I fucking hate that track. So I'm sitting there being a little bit grumpy about what's about to happen on Mario, because I wanted to have a good time, and now I got a bad car, bad character, and a bad track, which means I'm going to lose, which means I suck, which means my life sucks, which means I can never have anything I want. See where I went there? And my self went, and maybe because I was in the high vibration of playing, so I didn't quite go into the deepest victim of victim, but I touched on it. And that's when my guide said, what if? Because right before the character was picked, right before the track was picked, right before the car was picked, I said to my guys in the universe, I said, dudes, dudettes, whoever you are up there, I am manifesting a first or second place. My girl and I are first and second. I didn't care which I was, first or second, as long as we're both in the first and second position and we kick the computer's beat. Okay? So that's all I intended. Make me first or second. I'm surrendering to the car, the character, and the track. But then when the car, the character, and the track showed up, guess what? I got mad. I was like, well, that's fucking dumb. I'm not going to come first with that. See what I did there? Guess what? I came first. Mother freaking first. Not second even. I came first. The girl came second. But and we came first and second. And we won overall all 4 races, choosing in this way. But I had to surrender. So I did, you guys. So the track, I'm getting this vibe as we're hitting go on the track and it's counting down. I'm going to go on my accelerator button. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to force myself to have fun and not worry about the fact that I'm butthurt about this not going perfectly for me. And I'd had a really rough day before playing Mario. Mario is one of the things I do to get myself out of a slump if I've had a rough day. And I had a rough day before that. So I was already, I guess, kind of playing on that victim mentality. So anyway, we get in the game and I'm like, even my game is going to be annoying, right? And I won. I had a fucking fun time too. There I go swearing. I had a GD fun time. It was amazing. And that was my gift. That was my gift, wrapped in what I was considering shit paper. But ultimately, the player, the car, her choosing the track was fun. It was fun to use the car that I didn't think I could do and then do really good at it. So it wasn't even wrapped in shit paper. Perception. Okay. I love you. I have so many goosebumps. I hope this lands with whoever it's meant to land with, because it is one of the biggest keys of my life that I randomly got by playing Mario Kart. Okay.